Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully, there's not a lot of echo. Yeah, I'm back. If you can share this, please do so. I think I also need to share it as well. Give me a second while I do that on Twitter. We're going to have a very fun stream today. This was a very amusing scenario for me. Uh, in my opinion, Hassan did nothing wrong. By the way, and just putting it out there. I think more people should be as business savvy as Hassan is, getting shit done for free. Why do people keep telling me happy Thanksgiving? I'm not American. I get to tell you though. I can tell Americans. So every American in the chat, I would like you to have a happy Thanksgiving. My ancestors were in pilgrims. They didn't meet any Indians in the winter. So, yeah, I do understand that Thanksgiving is complicated. It's complex. Every single leftist journalist outlet is saying like how to talk with your racist uncle. It's really interesting. Like you need to listen to a woman that's soaked in cat piss writing for one of these leftist rags, explaining to you how you should interact with your own family. What would we do? What we as a society do without these journalists that help us communicate with our racist family members? But anyway, Ryan, the joke's on me because I'm soaked in cat piss. Like I have told you guys, like I did manage to summon a lot of willpower. I should get the Green Lantern ring for the level of willpower that I had not to spank my cat because it's the fourth time it pisses on the bed. And it's like just a lot of willpower to focus, take a deep breath, and not do anything harmful towards the animal. Can only listen, gotta get back in the kitchen. LOL, says Susan. Yes, Susan, get back where you belong. I don't know why you left in the first place to give me the super chat. The ACLU conversational starter guide. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but man, like I don't know how people used to talk before the ACLU. My cat never does that. Mine doesn't do it either. I don't know why it started though. It's really weird. Like the lower box was clean. It didn't just mark the place. It just decided to take a piss in the bed for the fourth time. I should pee on the cat. Oh my god, that is brilliant. You know what? I probably do that. That is excellent. Next time it pisses on the bed, I'll pee on it as well. Maybe I'll pee in its litter box. You know how would it like that? Okay. So today we're going to talk about Hassan Piker. So who is Hassan Piker? Well, he's that guy that appeared in the Young Turks. I think he might be related to Cenk Uygur. Let me just do this thing. Bam. Okay, look at this macho man, huh? Is he not handsome? Is he not handsome? Hey girl. Oh my god, look how he is spelling girl. I've already stereotyped him. By the way, if you want to attract women on social media, just telling you, do not do this. Do not spell like this. Most girls are fascistische. They're grammar Nazis. Does Antifa hate grammar Nazis? Because I don't know, like, do they punch them or not? It's like, hey girl. It's like, well, she responds with an asterisk, GIRL, and Cenk Uygur is like, bam. I just wanted to wish you happy Thanksgiving. No matter how crazy, weird, or Trump supporting your family may be, they're still all you got. That's a nice nice statement. That actually makes me feel bad that I'm going to pick on Hassan Piker. That's wow, holy shit. He might be that leftist. That leftist that realizes a family is more important than political disagreements. I haven't seen that from Vox. I haven't seen it from Vice, but I'm seeing it from Hassan Piker. Good on you, Hassan. Good on you. You know, like when he has the correct points, I'm going to point it out. Man, this is just, wow. Holy shit. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Mr. Hassan is a far left individual. He is so far left that at one point on the Young Turks, and I couldn't find the clip, but I know it exists. Hopefully I'll be able to make it in a video on my main channel. They were talking about socialism, and at one point Hassan just snaps and says like it's time to arm the proletariat or some shit like that. And everyone on the Young Turks panel was like, what? And that was when I first realized that there is a lot more underneath Hassan than meets the eye, you know? He's Armenian? No, I don't think he's Armenian. I think he's related to Cenk Uygur. But he's more famous. Like, people would probably know him more after this. So let me see if I can find it. Ah, here we go. Let's get a copyright claim while we're at it. Why not?
Seems to be getting more depraved every day. Now, the latest display, the Young Turks contributor, Hassan Piker, going on...
This is on Fox News, by the way. Okay? He managed to make mainstream.
This vulgar rant mocking wounded war vet, Congressman Dan Crenshaw, for losing his eye fighting for our freedom in Afghanistan.
This guy has the understanding of foreign policy of like a 12-year-old. What the is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave soldier, his eye hole with their... Isn't that how he lost his eye?
See, it's a lot more funny with the blips. Like when he's just going on a rant and you listen to the raw footage, it's not as funny because he repeats himself when cursing. But the blip is actually a lot more funny because now I can use my imagination.
Because he got his eye hole. America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? I love Hassan. I love Hassan. Like, honestly, he brightens my day. You know, when you think you've heard everything, you listen to Hassan and you hear new things.
Here exclusively to respond to that vile creature is Texas Congressman...
Vile creature!
Crenshaw. Congressman, what was your reaction when you first heard this?
Well, wow, he was triggered, wasn't he? I mean, that is the definition of a leftist getting triggered. Doesn't like what he's hearing, he disagrees with it, doesn't understand foreign policies. Mentioned something about being 12 years old. Yeah, I have almost 12 years of experience actually deploying overseas. So maybe that's what he meant when he said 12 years. I don't know. But he clearly doesn't know much. And when you don't know much about foreign policy, you get really mad when people disagree with you. And if you can't argue your point, you tend to insult people. And man, that's exactly the outrage culture that we have right now. He is a perfect example of it. He's trying to walk his comments back now. Good on him for trying to do that. But
Dan,
it is so interesting, right? How the right wing reacts to this. If someone would have said something equally offensive to the left, I don't know how, like Syrian deserves gas or some shit like that. I don't know, like I can't think of an equivalent to America deserves 9/11, but something that you can say that would piss off the left, right? I mean that's probably like the worst thing you can say that would piss off an American loving person. So especially like the left would be like, oh, think of the families that died. No, they wouldn't let it go. Like it wouldn't just be a small, segment on Fox News. Like every single news station would talk about it, and until you have absolutely no way to make money, like all of your revenue would be cut off, and you would be deplatformed from everywhere, then they would stop. But they wouldn't stop until that point. So like the right wing doesn't operate like that. It's like, well, yeah, he's a leftist. What can you expect? It's like he is leftyising. He's leftyising over there. Like, leftists are going to leftisms. What can you expect from these people?
What this speaks to...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let me just say, that's fine. He's walking his comments back. And we've all said things in the past that we're like, oh, I shouldn't have worded it that way. That's human nature. But this was so there wasn't a lot of room for like nuance there at all.
No, not at all. And what I was going to say is it reflects a very deep anti-Americanism that is inherent in some of these left-wing politics. I mean, when you say America deserved 9/11, he's trying to say, well, that's not what I meant. I said,
you know what's funny about 9/11? Now that we know who's responsible and whatnot, apparently it's the Saudis, and the Saudis did 9/11 because America is allied with Israel and is helping Israel in the Middle East. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it, correct? Or I'm not fully grasping the situation. But from the little information that I know that I get here in Romania, that was kind of the gist of it. It was Saudi families that were upset that America is helping Israel and they did 9/11. And I mean, isn't that a little bit anti-Semitic from Hassan saying that America deserved it? Because wouldn't that mean that he doesn't like America helping Israel? To be honest, like the far left and the far right are kind of on the same page on the Israeli question. I'll give you that. Like when you find someone that's truly far left, they hate Israel because of Palestine. Right? So there is a unison within that.
I said it was. He said it was our fault though. Okay, so not a big difference. Well, again, but he doesn't know. He doesn't understand history. Doesn't understand foreign policy. So he can't actually make an argument to connect those two things. And then he basically says that the only reason I'm making the argument is because I lost my eye. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're right.
So
they are completely fine.
I mean, I hate even asking about the.
No, he said that because you lost your eye, you should shut the fuck up. I think that was what he was going with.
This stuff because it's so
ridiculous.
moronic. He sounds like a valley girl when he speaks. First of all, as a young man, he sounds pathetic. Okay.
Man, this woman is so weak at picking on Hassan Piker. Like, she should go with the professional and get Atheism is Unstoppable. Like, get Devin Tracy there to show her how it's done.
That's number one. And number two, I think we have to also recognize that this is of a piece. I think it's a trajectory of where we're going, sadly, under this president, because they cannot stand the fact that he's done a lot of what he said he was going to do. They can't stand that. I don't know what they're going to do if he wins re-election.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think it's Obama. Sorry, I don't think it's Trump, because they're calling Obama a conservative now. So even if Hillary would have won, like, they would be upset that Hillary isn't far left enough. And by the way, Hillary wouldn't be like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's a business Democrat, a corrupt one at that. But she's not. Like, I think she uses identitarian politics as a tool. It's not like she genuinely believes in them. But I think AOC and the squad definitely believe in identity politics. So they would still be upset. Like, I remember when Obama was elected, they were upset that Obama doesn't represent, quote unquote, the blacks. And it's like, oh, just because we have a black president doesn't mean it's like, oh, black people are doing better. And okay. So no, I don't think like necessarily they're unhappy with Trump. They would have been unhappy with Hillary as well. It's just a group of radical people that are graduating from university. And these people have been indoctrinated for a long while, by the way. I think it's like 20 years it takes to graduate a generation. And these people stepping out of universities are more left than any politician America has to offer. Well, used to. I mean, AOC and the squad are the far left now. So yeah, I mean, yeah, they're upset at Trump, but they would have been upset at anyone, to be honest. Like, even a Democrat, if they would have won elections, they would still be upset.
I think I don't know what they're going to do, Congressman.
No, I mean, they're triggered constantly. If these small things get them so riled up, imagine what another win in 2020 will do when Trump wins, and I hope he does. Let's watch the meltdown then. But this kind of stuff has to stop. We have to be able to have nuanced conversations. And when you're talking about the Young Turks in particular, they're highly radical, and yet they're given a platform by YouTube TV, which is something that's incomprehensible to me. This guy's...
No, I'm fine with YouTube giving them a platform, to be honest. I don't mind. Like, I think more people need to hear their stupidity. But I'm not fine with YouTube not giving a platform to the opposition. You know, they ban InfoWars. I mean, the Young Turks at InfoWars, let's be honest. You know, like, I don't see why you'd ban one and not the other. And by the way, in my opinion, InfoWars is a lot more milquetoast than the Young Turks. You know, not to mention, like, it's kind of difficult to say that Alex Jones was a conspiracy theorist, saying that big tech is out to get him, and eventually they actually got him. You know, like, who's the conspiracy theorist? And they were making the frogs gay. The only difference that I guess Alex didn't mention is that a substance having an effect on a frog doesn't mean that the same substance will have the same effect on a human. It's why we don't test medicine on animals like frogs, and we test them on animals like mice. It's different. It's a different physiology. But anyway, right. So I just wanted to give you the introduction to who Hassan Piker is. America deserves 9/11. Blah blah blah. And he was walking back the comments. He got banned from Twitch, I believe, for like 1 week. I don't care. I don't want him banned at all, by the way, because he is very enlightening for normal people. Normal people watch it and they're like, how can he say that? Yeah, so let's Saudis are allied with Israel, by the way. Were they allied back when 9/11 happened? Yeah. You have to take that into account as well. Crenshaw, he cared more about Israel than us. Alright. Well, then maybe I don't understand 9/11. Again, as I said, I didn't really look into it. It's only the bits and pieces that I got here in Romania. You know, I don't have the privilege of listening to the American press talk about it nonstop. But I do know that the Saudis were upset because the government would have allowed the families who suffered attacks from 9/11 to sue the Saudi government, and the Saudis weren't very pleased about that. Did the Sauds attack Israel during the 3-day war or something? Whatever. You know, fine. Let's talk about communism a little bit. Right? So the thing with communism is that the main problem that they have with the world is that the workers are being oppressed, right? So communists don't like oppression. And in order to end oppression, they justify pretty much everything. So any, you know, when they say America deserves 9/11 and all of the comments that they make, and, you know, like, let's arm the proletariat in order to fight against the bourgeoisie, the civil uprising, you know, the revolution, all of that is justified by the fact that they're fighting against oppression. Because they're on the right side of history, they're following the greater good, and again, anything they do is justified. So, this is why I find it really funny when I read this bullshit. So, we get... And by the way, I really I do not disavow what Hassan did. I think he's in the right, but as someone who doesn't like oppression and abusing people and stealing their labor, so Hassan exploited my labor for YouTube videos. Hassan gave me false hope of a full-time editing position and used me to edit between 7 to 8 videos for him. All of them combined gathering almost 300,000 views and leading me not getting a single dime or a job. So, 300,000 views, I guess that, it's kind of hard to tell how much money you would get because every person using AdBlock means that you're not getting revenue. And it also depends like how many ads you would put on those views. But it's definitely like more than $500. Okay, so if you make more than $500, you think you could give this guy $100. I'm just saying. In June of this year, I heard him say numerous times on stream that he wants a YouTube editor. And on the same day, I reach out to him and ask if he's cool with people editing his gameplay videos. So he has no expectations for compensations for the video on the channel, separate channels, blah, blah, blah. He said he was looking for an editor. And in the same day, he finished the video, which went up on his channel. I also edited the conversation he had and sent it to him, which he uploads to his channel. I ask him if he wants anything else, and he gives me 2 video suggestions, which I do both the following day. After he uploads it, I tell him it's not obvious enough. I'm looking to fill his YouTube editor position. All he simply said is, I can tell, ha ha ha. And it took me asking for more info for him to say, looking for somebody doing exactly what you are doing. I can't believe he editor zoned this guy. You know, like when you like a lady and you get friend zoned and she's like, oh my god, you're such a nice guy. I wish I could meet someone like you. Oh, and it's like, well, bitch, I'm available. Oh, no. We should be just like literally, this is what's happening here. He editor zoned this guy. It's like, yeah, I'm looking for an editor to edit my videos. It's like, well, do you want me to edit for you? Yeah, sure. It's like, well, I could fill the job. Haha, I can tell. I hope someday I can find someone like you. Oh, shit. Getting editor zoned by this macho man. Oh, stop it. I can only get so hard. In what reality do people like Hassan live? In the hammer and sickle reality. Oh my god, this is just too much. So after he after he uploads, I tell him if it's not obvious enough, I'm looking to fill blah blah blah. It took me asking for more info for him to say, looking for someone doing exactly what you are doing. So I assume I have the position in the bag as my videos keep going up on his channel, and he even stated that he wants somebody doing exactly what I'm doing. He then says, I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and turns on his stream. He said nothing to me for the 2 days until he asked me if I watched his coverage of the Democratic debate, seemingly so I can make a video out of it, which I did. I tried to talk to him casually, all of which is ignored, until I send him another video which goes on his channel. He messaged me a day after saying that he talked about Kamala and that it was a good segment people wanted him to publish, so I do it. Finally, I edit a video for him which ends up going on his Instagram. I love how he is treating him exactly like a woman that's not interested in a guy but likes having the guy around doing free shit for her. Like, this is what Hassan Piker is doing. I need to edit some tits on Hassan because, my god, he deserves them. You know, it's like having that guy that's always available and takes her out places to have good food. You know, but she still wants the hammer. Like, she's still going to the chat getting hammered. But, you know, with the guy, it's like, well, I wish I could find someone as nice and kind as you. And then calls him up at 2 a.m. in the morning, bitching about her boyfriend, yeah? I take a vacation I had planned for a while and spend some time with my significant other for 2 weeks. Hassan and I talk briefly, but after this, it does not say anything to me for 3 months. Oof! Oof! Getting ghosted there, bucko. After 3 months of leaving me on red, he simply sends me old gameplay footage and says, someone sent me this for you if you want to use it on your channel. He speaks to me for a total of like 4 lines after I say I can't edit for free, and then he ignores me until current date this month, where I messaged him last week asking if he's still looking for an editor, which was also ignored. And DMs are provided. I feel like I have been exploited! Exploited! To upload a few YouTube videos that I was like strung along in hopes for a job. I was simply paid the exposure, like 3 Twitter followers, lol. Ironically enough, as I have heard both Hassan and the community speak ill of that. I put in hours and hours of effort and time into trying to get a position, and was even told that I was doing well, only to get ghosted and not compensated a single cent for my time. I have grown increasingly disappointed over time about this and a desire for having spent my summer differently. If Hassan wasn't really in the market for a video editor, he should have just denied me or told me he's not looking for paid work. Instead, he praised me, acknowledging blah blah blah. Okay, so From a capitalist point of view, I don't think Hassan did anything wrong. It's this guy's fault for not being clear. You know, like, you can't say, well, Hassan was giving the signals. He was giving the signals. It seemed like he was interested. You know, it just doesn't work this way. It's not Thanksgiving. I'm Romanian. We do not celebrate it. I would tell you Happy Thanksgiving, though, because you're from the US. So. But from a Marxist point of view, yeah, it is very wrong. You know, this is what capitalists do, Hassan. Hassan, you need to share. You need to share the wealth. Holy shit, $20. It's not Thanksgiving, Foxwood. Jesus. It's like saying Merry Christmas to a Muslim. But yeah, so the thing that I like about this, right? This is what I like. All communists and all socialists disavow the USSR. Most of them, okay, the overwhelming majority. There's still some crazy people that think Stalin didn't do anything wrong. But most of them disavow, right? And they say, no, if we get in power, we won't be like them. But that's the thing, like Stalin and people like him, when they first started out, when they first went to grab the power, they never said, you know, vote for me. Like Lenin didn't come and said, you know, put me in charge and I'm going to oppress everyone and I'm going to enrich myself and just, you know, take the place of the aristocracy. The thing with the far left is that they do not hate oppression. They just want to be the ones that are oppressing. Right? They like oppression. It's just they want to be the ones in charge of the oppression. So this is the thing with Hassan. Like, imagine if Hassan was a factory owner or, you know, some sort of media mogul hiring people. I mean, I look at this and I can definitely say, yeah, I mean, the guy was manipulated. Because I'll tell you something, right? When I get free shit, or some artist contacts me and goes like, hey, V, do you want, you know, fan art, or do you want some pixel art or something? I tell them, like, look, man, right now I'm in a pinch. I can't pay you, you know, so if they want to do it, that's fine. If they don't want to do it, then that's also fine. And I don't even want to ask, because a lot of people ask me, like, why don't I sell merch? And I don't sell merch because I don't have art to use on that merch. And I don't have money to pay right now for an artist to get the merch. I actually have a stream of bad luck. Like, for example, my kitchen is finally ready, and when they wanted to put the induction plate over the surface, apparently it went over the stove. So they miscalculated by 1 centimeter. So now they have to raise all that fucking thing, which cost me extra money, probably more than $100. And it's like, why? Oh God, why? What did I do wrong? You know? But anyway, right? So maybe when I'll have money, I'll commission some art. But I don't like, you know, getting, like, knowing that an artist works and expects, you know, that I would give them some compensation. And I don't. It seems a little bit fucked up to me. But, you know, I'm a capitalist. I could do this. Why would I pay for their mistake? Because I work with 2 companies. One did the furniture, the other did the surface, and they both blame each other and none of them will take responsibility. And if I were to go to sue them, it would take at least 1 year. And I would have to pay a lawyer, so it would probably be more expensive than how much I have to pay. I can't crop my webcam into the TV correctly. Like, well, I mean, look, it's kind of problematic if you see. Ah, there we go. Now it's correctly propped. There you go. No, it's got this thing in the middle. Do you see what I'm dealing with? Like, you can't. It's uncroppable. Anyway. Do I have consumer courts in Romania? Yeah, we have some thing which resembles a consumer court, but anyway, right. Let's go back to my friend Hassan. I got this interesting Twitter thing of him. Give me just a second so I can find it. Someone tweeted it to me. I think it's under notifications. Why on earth did I shut down the Twitter that had it? Oh God. Don't tell me I completely shut down that Twitter part. So I had the bookmark where this feminist, I think her name was Claudia, was chastising Hassan Piker. Okay, hold on, I'll find it. Wow, she really went at him. Okay, we're back. We're back. So we got her saying that Hassan is exploiting his editor. But where's the part where she basically says that she finds it funny how many leftists are defending Hassan. Okay, let's go to the top then, and we're probably going to find it. So basically, she's accusing Hassan of exploiting her editor. If you don't make much money off your YouTube videos, that's not the editor's problem. By your logic, if I work at a cafe that makes no money, then I should go home with no money. All right, so the idea that Hassan doesn't make money off his YouTube videos, I find it very laughable. Like, if you get 300,000 views per a couple of videos, you're making a lot of money. I make a lot of money. Like, I don't consider myself to be poor. I don't consider myself to be wealthy either. But I consider myself to be well off. Okay? And Hassan is definitely making more money than me. So the idea that he's not making money and therefore is ridiculous. Now, the correct answer is that, well, the guy did it for free and didn't ask for money before. Like, you're supposed to ask for a price before you give something to someone, right? Like, I can't just go and tell someone, yeah, I'm going to edit something for you. And after I edit it, then the guy uses it and I say, well, why aren't you paying me? You know, that's fucked up. That's not how you do business. But if you're a communist, you should pay the guy because, you know, his labor has value. So it's a little bit ridiculous. Regardless of how little you profit from your channel, you're still a person to spend hours of their own time editing for you. They are working for you. You need to pay people who work for you. I also want to point out that Hassan isn't poor. I mean, man, I don't know how much he makes. But this does, I mean, maybe this looks like something a homeless person would wear. But I don't think it's the homeless vibe. To me, it's more the hipster vibe, you know? But I do see Hassan with expensive watches in a lot of his pictures, so there is that. I'm not a Gen X, I'm actually a millennial. Just do the repairs yourself. How the I don't think you know what you're talking about. But anyway, right, so even capitalists are saying this is bullshit. Should have paid the editor. I mean, look. If I were to say right now on my channel that I want to hire someone that does good art for me, right? And I want to to have a position where someone that draws art so I can use it for thumbnails. I want someone that does me thumbnails, okay? And eventually people start giving me thumbnails and I don't pay them. The way I view this is like a capitalist business which hires people, and the first thing it does is like, well, we're going to hire you and you're going to have like a test period of 1 month. Okay, so after 1 month, if we're both happy with the business, we're going to work together. And if not, we can fire you at any time. And there are actual businesses in my country that did this, especially car washes. Like, they would say they will hire you for like a 2-week period, and you would work for them, and after 2 weeks, they would kick you off, right? And it was, according to the contract, you couldn't complain, and they would just get someone else. So they would constantly have like unpaid labor by doing this. And it was legal, in my opinion, it wasn't moral, but it was legal. So it's very similar to what Hassan was doing. Like when the guy was saying, it's like, I want to become your editor, Hassan should have said, well, I changed my mind, I don't have money to hire an editor. So that would have like just alleviated this conversation. Agree with most of this, but streaming is a job and it is difficult to do React videos successfully. Please do not diminish entertainment workers. Everything else is good, blah, blah, blah. And I would probably agree that Hassan makes money just reacting genuinely, even if he isn't performative. By the way, for those of you who don't know, the red rose symbolizes socialism. Wow. I'm surprised there are no pronouns in the bio. That's what shocked me. I have no respect for React content. Yeah, I find React content. There are some people that do it well, but usually when I see React content, it's just like a guy that sits there and goes like, "Wow, oh no, oh my God," and it's like, what? How are you not just basically stealing what the person has made? React videos, in my opinion, are some of the cancer that plagued YouTube for a while. And they're not video responses, right? Like, video responses is something else. React videos is where you just play an entire 30 minutes or 1 hour video and you just sit there and let the video play. But then again, I seen in Japan something even weirder than React videos. Like, this was like the most weird trend, and it's a trend in Japan, by the way. It's someone doing homework. So apparently the idea is that some people don't like doing homework by themselves. So they open this YouTube video where someone does homework and you can do homework with them. So let me show you what I mean, because it's just mind-boggling. Yeah, I think it's called Study With. Hold on, it's called Study With Me videos. So we're going to be talking about something like this. What is Battleground still a thing? Yeah. So usually it's without music. It's literally someone just coming in, going like, "Hello guys, how's it going?" Blah blah blah, and then they do their homework. And that's literally it. So you have like the video open, and the guy or the chick does homework, and you do it with them, and this chick got like 4 million fucking views. All right, like this is over. I think it might be over 10 grand if they have ads, but I don't think they have ads, so they're not making anything. But if they would put ads, they would make over 10 grand with 4 million views. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. Well, maybe I'm No, I don't think I'm exaggerating. It's not. No, it's around 10 grand, assuming people don't have ad block. Look at this, right? And it's like 2 hours and a half of this shit. Who watches this? And there's other people doing it. Look, 500 million views. It's insane. So, you know, this is why I can't really talk shit against React videos, because there are other things, you know, that are worse. Yeah, who did homework at home? I never understood people doing homework at home. Like, I would always do it at school. I would come like 30 minutes, or usually I would do it during the previous course. Like, let's say I had English and then math. I would do my math homework during the English course. Oh my god. But yeah. If he's telling the truth, I feel like the editor should have at least asked to be paid if that's what they expected. Well, he did hint that he was wanting a job. Imagine refusing payment and undergoing exploitation as a collective bargaining chip. Talk about a scab with a cause. He exploited his fan for free. He basically catfished the guy with a job opportunity to get free labor off him. I'm certain if I go through his channel, I can find a video of him calling out shit like this. Fuck him. Yeah, I mean, again, like, I'm pretty sure that Hassan would say, maybe I'm wrong, you know, but he would say about McDonald's hiring people for 2 weeks and then say, well, you're not good enough for us. And then, you know, just stop working with those people and getting someone else without paying them. Yeah, you'd probably find that to be exploitation, you know. This is the absolute state of conversation on Twitter right now. Like, by the way, I have seen entire pages of this, right? And you had to scroll down just to get into to get to an actual person that didn't have his comment removed. If you're a big content creator and you have fans offer to work for you and you have expressed a serious intent in a paid position and you have no intention of paying them, then say so. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, React does take minimal effort. I think that's the main issue. To be honest, you know what took less effort than React? Than React videos? It was internet blood sports. Like, I genuinely do not understand how internet blood sports managed to fail. Like, literally, all you had to do, if you were in IBS, would be to get to people, let them talk to each other, and sit back and read the super chats. And for some reason, people had like grievances with each other, and they argued with the co-host, and was like, I think it's like when you start making so much cash, and you let your ego get to you, and you think you're better than the co-host or whatever, and you start beef with other hosts, and it's just insane. But anyway, got paid today, so here you go. Zoomer with the job. Wow. How old are Zoomers? When do you guys get to vote? I did read the super chats. Happy Thanksgiving, and is there anyone that paid? No. Did I see the Sticks and Shuan head debate? No, I haven't. Everyone kept turning on each other. Yeah, I mean, the thing with the IBS, and I explained it to people, it's like, the thing that resembles it the most would be the Jerry Springer show, right? But the thing with the Jerry Springer is that they would hire actors most of the time in order to create drama. But with IBS, if you couldn't create drama, then the chat would leave and you wouldn't get people watching. So they had to create real drama. And when you create real drama and you start picking on people, slandering them, making, you know, false accusations and stuff like that, then people start hating you. And the moment they find something that you did, then everyone piles on you. And it was inevitable, basically. It's why TV shows, it's why television networks rarely pick on other television networks. Like, you rarely see Fox News badmouth CNN. Like, it happens, but it's very rare. And you rarely see, you know, MSNBC talk about CNN. And this is the reason why, because they don't want to fight each other, because that brings down ratings, that is bad for business. They want to just, focus on attacking people that can't fight back. It's a Twitter debate. Ah, okay. Not interested in Twitter debate. Please pay me for making you somewhat relevant by acknowledging your idiotic subtweet. Oh, finally, I found the one. Okay, so this is where Hassan actually talks with Claudia. Amazing to see all these supposed far-left communists and socialists defending a well-off Twitch streamer not paying his fucking workers because, well, the guy should have said he wanted money when it was pretty obvious from the logs. You guys sound like Ben Shapiro. I made the killing not paying that editor, and it was definitely not miscommunication. I love to explore random people who send me videos and secretly trying to get away with it. I paid him already, of course, but I'm sure that's because of public pressure too, right? Okay, well, Hassan, as you mentioned, you didn't have to pay him a lot. Because you wouldn't make a killing by not paying him. But it kind of shows the type of person you would become if you were in a position of power. Running a corporation. Like, if you're not willing to pay someone that's not even asking for much, imagine someone that's asking for a lot. Now, maybe Hassan just didn't realize that the guy was fishing for a job. I mean, all those hints saying like, oh, I really wish to be your editor, and you'd be like, oh my god. And also the fact that you paid him. Like, imagine someone would do a Trudeau, someone with blackface. If they would apologize, Hassan, would you think they apologize because of public pressure or because they generally realize it's bad? Please pay me for making you somewhat relevant by acknowledging your idiotic subtweet. Okay. I didn't add him because I was hiding it. I just have nothing to say to him. I think he's a giant hypocrite and words are cheap, blah, blah, blah. One species. Oh my god, this guy, like, every single controversy he pops up. Well, and for once in my life, I agree with him. You're just a pompous, vapid e-celeb, Hassan. If you felt like a socialist, no one would have to explain any of this to you, you stinky poser. It's you who should have asked what compensation the editor wants. Yeah, that's a really good point. Jesus fucking Christ, I agree with one species. What the fuck? That's a good point. Like, I always ask people who give me free shit. I always ask them, like, what do you want? Even when people donate a lot to me, like, if someone donates $100, like it happened once or twice in my life, someone will give me, like, a big donation. I would go and ask them, like, man, just tell me what do you want? You want to play a game on Steam? Do you want my Steam account? Do you want me to suck your cock? Like, tell me how I can make it up to you, because I generally feel like shit. So if someone were to edit a long-ass video of mine and I knew it would take hours to do, I would definitely ask them, like, what do you want me to do for you, man? Just tell me what you want me to do. Why are the most of the left's big names complete asshats? Well, isn't that interesting? And it's not just the big names. Like, you would notice, you would notice in history, like, when people who are leftists, like socialists, get in power, they become worse than the capitalists. Let me show you something. Young Lenin. It will be very difficult to unsee this, by the way. Doesn't this look like Hassan Piker? Sorry, not Lenin. This is Stalin. This is young Stalin. Huh? Am I the only one? Look at this. Hold on. Where is it? Here we go. Right? Look at this and look at this. Am I the only one who makes... Have you seen these two people in the same room before? Has anyone seen these two people in the same room? Because, my God. My God. Someone needs to give this to Devin Tracy. What is to send this to Devin Tracy? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think Stalin was feminine. I'm thankful for your existence. Be well today. Stalin hair is fabulous. Look at this. Stalin, the Chad ears. Oh my god! You know, you look at the person like this, and it wouldn't come off that this is one of the biggest tyrants in humans' existence. You know, a person responsible for hundreds of millions of deaths. You wouldn't say it just by looking at it. Do you know what's funny, by the way? Do you know what happened to the person which found Stalin dead? The housekeeper which found him dead? I'm genuinely curious if people know. She died, apparently. Yeah, she was shot. It's kind of funny, like, when she found Stalin dead, she freaked out, and for over an hour, she refused to tell anyone because she didn't want to get shot. And eventually she tells someone and she gets shot. The reason they shot her is because they didn't want to know that Stalin is dead. They wanted to control the information. So they slowly started telling the inner party members about this, and eventually more and more people knew. But it's and she wasn't the only one that got shot. The guards at the door also got shot. So beautiful system. Beautiful system. I think she might have had info on Hillary Clinton, yes. Watch the movie The Death of Stalin, a great comedy. Well, I don't think I don't think for that cleaning lady it was very comedic. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is all I got. There is another thing which we could talk, but maybe in another day. Marvel editors are upset that people are pirating their work. And again, it's like, you look at Marvel editors on Twitter, and they are borderline communists. Like, most of them agree with everything that the far left says. Some of them even have, like, Antifa books, right? And it's like, well, wouldn't you be for piracy then? Because you stick it to Marvel, you know, you stick it to the DC, you stick it to the multi-billion-dollar corporations, you stick it to the mouse. But no, apparently, no. See, this is what I understand. Like, communists like to steal shit from other people. They don't like having shit stolen from them. And I found it, like, really funny when they start complaining and moaning about their art being pirated. It's like, wow, people actually read your comics. But yeah, no, it's really, really funny, and I'll probably read those logs some other day. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.